I almost made this video in the middle of the night last night, but I'm glad I didn't. Basically, what I wanted to comment on is a couple things. Obviously, the most important and the thing that's blowing up all over YouTube right now is the fucking new community guidelines or whatever they are. And just to go over those community guidelines, if you haven't seen them already. So what they're saying is that it's all wrapped around content that's not advertiser friendly. Okay, makes sense. It says, content that is considered not advertiser friendly includes but is not limited to sexually suggestive content, including partial nudity and sexual humor. Can't make penis jokes. You can't talk about nipples. You can't do any of that stuff anymore on YouTube, or you can't make money from it. Violence, including display of serious injury and events related to violent extremism. Makes sense. Sure. Just read that the WWE is one of the top 30 channels on YouTube, and that's pretty violent, I believe. Odd. Vague. Inappropriate language, including harassment, swearing, and vulgar language. That's ridiculous. If you cannot cuss on YouTube, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I remember when I first started making videos, I wondered if I could cuss on YouTube, though, because it's kind of something that was something that's from back in the day. Like, I was just talking to my wife about the fact that the only way that TV can be saved is they start allowing cursing on TV. Promotion of drugs and regulated substances, including selling, use, and abuse of such items. Duh. That's fine. Cool. Promotion of drugs and regulated substances. Yeah. Promotion. Define that. I'd like that a little bit more defined, but still. I don't promote drug abuse, for the record. I do not. I would never tell you guys to go, hey, go do acid. It's tons of fun. Everything is good and I love you and everything is great. No. If you actually watch my trip story videos and watch my videos, I've always said, that I do not recommend to go out and do these things. I'm just basically telling you my experiences with them. So if anything, it can get you to maybe even not do them or to make your own decisions, and you'd be more experienced and smart about your decision. I don't ever say to go do things. I know when I was young, my crystal meth video, I did crystal meth once or twice in the same week or whatever, but I only did it because I had no fucking clue what the fuck it was. So if there was somebody who was making YouTube videos who made their crystal meth video and said how disgusting and nasty and fucking filthy it is, I might not have done it. So in my opinion, and what my goal is on here and always has been, is just to kind of spread awareness and let you guys learn from my mistakes. So, just to cover that up, this is the biggest one that people are having issues with. Controversial or sensitive subjects and events, including subjects related to war, political conflicts, natural disasters, and tragedies, even if graphic imagery is not shown. I don't really cover shit like that, so that doesn't really affect me too much. But I'm also not a stupid human, so I realize what that means. Like, literally saying that you can't talk about sensitive subjects in general. Everything is a sensitive subject to somebody. Like, everything. It doesn't make any sense. Anyways, obviously, I don't know, maybe not even obviously, I've been a huge fan of Philip DeFranco for years. I mean, probably since his first couple years on YouTube. And when I seen this video and this thumbnail that says YouTube is over or some shit, I literally got a fucking feeling in my chest, and I watched and I thought, and I was hoping it was like a joke or some sort of just like clickbait. But then I got into the video and I realized this is legit. And then after that, started watching more and more videos from other people about the same issue. I went through my videos and it doesn't look like so far that I've actually had any videos that have been taken down. But I'm not these guys who are these huge YouTubers who are making all this money, and so maybe my videos don't have enough views to get to that point yet. I honestly can kind of understand, especially like the salvia video where it actually shows me smoking salvia, things like that. I think that that's of course that's not advertiser friendly, and it makes sense. Smoking weed, I think, is advertiser friendly. I know is advertiser friendly. There's actually advertisements for marijuana in Colorado on TV now, so it's fair to say, I guess it's still kind of a gray area, but I guarantee you in the next few years it won't be. But yeah, it's a trip to me to watch all this stuff happening right now, because it literally looks like everything that people have talked about as far as censorship in the future goes. It's fucking 2016 right now. We have self-driving cars. We have virtual reality headsets for our PlayStations in a couple months. We have 3D printers and all this other crazy shit. We are literally in the future right now. and the internet is trying to censor us. And to me, it's I don't know. I've always did my best to try to stay out of politics, and I can't believe I'm even talking about YouTube and politics in the same sentence. But it's something I just needed to say something about, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would never censor myself. But anyways, really, I just kind of wanted to comment on it. I hope that this all kind of blows over and it's not as serious as people are making it out to be. If it is, then I will be the first person to jump on the fuck YouTube bandwagon and go to the next big site where we can do what we want, we can earn our revenue, and we can, and that'll be that. But for now, I really have a lot of hope for YouTube and the community, and that we can really just fucking make it, okay, and make it through it, I guess.
Oh, sorry.
What? Come in.
Huh? No, she was just...
Oh, hi. It's so pretty. Is that a romper?
Your bipolarness freaks me out.
Also, I kind of wanted to comment real quick on marijuana addiction, like weed, being addicted to weed. Do you guys think that that's possible? Do you guys think that that's a thing? I think that physically, marijuana is not addictive. You don't physically fiend it. You don't get sick if you don't have it. For me, for instance, the reason I'm asking this is because I smoke weed every fucking day, all day. And when I don't, especially when I'm too broke to afford it, like right now, I just find myself getting very anxious and borderline depressed and very stressed out when I'm not stoned or when I'm not smoking weed. And I've told my wife this multiple times, like, I feel like I want to stop because of it. Because when I don't have weed, like, I feel like it makes me feel worse about myself because I feel so bad about myself when I'm not smoking weed, if that makes sense. And I will never ever say that marijuana is not a miracle plant and doesn't have just nothing but positivity in it. But I think that I'm a very, very, for the most part, strong-minded person. So I can imagine for people who are weak-minded and who smoke weed every day, how they feel when they don't smoke. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Is marijuana addictive? Do you guys feel like you're addicted to marijuana when you don't smoke? Of course, do you feel like shit? Do you feel anxious and nervous? And is that okay? Is that something that we need to quit beating around the bush about and really talk about? Because to me, I feel like, there's not many people who talk about that part, the psychological dependency that you do get when you smoke weed every day. It's the same thing, I guess, when people don't have their coffee in the morning, though. Those are the similarities I see. I'm not comparing the feeling that when you don't smoke weed to the feeling when you don't do heroin, because those are complete opposites. I would compare the feeling that I have when I don't smoke weed to the same feeling that people who smoke cigarettes have when they don't smoke cigarettes. It's a little anxious and nervous and trying to distract yourself, and that's really all. But can it get worse than that? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about all these community guideline changes and all that. If you guys are new here, my name is LifeWordUp84. I make YouTube videos every Wednesday at noon, and then some more in between that as well. I don't know if I should start introducing myself at the end of the videos all the time, but I probably should, because I'm starting to look through my analytics and get a lot more smarter about who's watching and where. And like 60% of you guys who watch my videos actually aren't even subscribed. So on that note, please subscribe. I make videos every Wednesday, and I love you guys so much, and thank you so much. I don't think I'm not going to be able to do the Marina Joyce impression for a while. I love you guys. Thank you so much. This is how real I am.